Okay, we should be live. Let's see, just testing here. Selecting stream. One. That should be that. We should be live. I'll just check YouTube here. Live. We are live. Okay, great. Sorry for waiting, folks. Anyway, I wanted to just show you here the Street Fighter trailer. And I've been a long time fan of Street Fighter in general, and played the game obviously, then watched the movies and all that. So um, first, before we watch this, I should say, or I want to say that the game started in what, like 1991, the second one. So that's the most famous one. That's the one that started everything else, basically, and that's what we know all those characters from it. And then there's Street Fighter 3 and whatnot. That's didn't do so well, so not worth mentioning. The animated movie is one of the best adaptations of a game or source material that I've seen, and I recommend everybody to watch it. It's just a great anime, and the American version is even better. The English dub is not something you see every time. Like usually, the original is better, but the English version has a better soundtrack, I have to say. Anyway, the characters there are just like in the games. They added a lot to it as well. There's a cool storyline. The opening scene is great as well. Those fight scenes, um, like I said, the music and the characters are very cool. Um, like Ryu, and we have Ken. They're all looking the same as in the games, and the the whole vibe of that animated movie is very, very cool. It's serious and fun to watch. Now, the first movie that came out, like the live action movie with Jean Claude Van Damme, that was a disaster. I think it has a 4 point something rating on IMDb, but that's really not what it should have. It should have even like 2 point something. It's really bad. The characters, first of all, Guile is the main character, which is Van Damme, of course, and he doesn't even resemble God. Like he's buffed, and that's about it. They didn't even try to do the hair or anything else. Um, the other the characters that are there, it's just funny. It's so bad, it's funny to watch. They didn't try to make it a comedy. It's just it is a comedy because you see how bad it is. So I'm sure that this upcoming movie is going to be better than that. It just has to. There's no way they can do worse. So that's a positive. We'll see in a minute what else is there. But that movie again, yeah, you should watch it at least a little bit to compare and to see uh, what it actually is. The character Bison is, I think, the hardest one to do. He's like the evil guy with he's got, yeah, his Heiko power, and he's full of confidence, but also he is uh, when he's fighting, for example, Ryu in the animated movie, he's fighting Ken and Ryu at the same time. He's laughing, he's having a good time, even though he's fighting like um, top of the food chain fighters. So he's super powerful, he's arrogant, he's ruthless, and kind of like a lot of villains are like that, but he is difficult to cast well, I'd say. Yeah, kind of like Josh Brolin could be, I guess, something like Thanos was, but something like that I think would be a good match for Bison. But they would have to do some also makeup and all that to make him look the part. Anyway, let's go and see what the trailer has.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got good news, y'all. Gathered here are the world's best fighters.
I won't deny it, I'm a street fighter.
Dhalsim stopped at the right moment here. Yeah, Dhalsim looks on point. He's, even in these few seconds, he was smiling too much for my taste. And Ken seems to be very hyped. But yeah, I think Ken should be more cool. Just from these few seconds he's running, he's hopping, he should be a bit cooler about it, in my opinion. But yeah, let's have a look. I'm liking that the hair is at least here for Guile. So.
But only one of which will be crowned the world champion.
Okay, is that 50? Okay, yeah. 50's fine. I mean, they look fine for now, so I'm okay with that. Music and all that, I'm getting vibes it's gonna be like trying to be a bit cooler, more modern, even though the style is, I want to say 90s. So let's see. There we go.
You win. Perfect.
You're not a warrior anymore, you're a sideshow.
What's up, MTV? I'm Ken Masters.
This is your shot at redemption.
Were you gonna show?
The path I'm on now is not one of combat.
Maybe it's Ken's turn to be champion.
How did you find me?
I'm paid to find champions.
Yeah, it's Zangief, I'm guessing. And yeah, here's the problem that I have here as well. They have a great source material, and they can also go with the animated movie. And if they just played it part for part, I would be amazed. That would be great. But they don't have to do that, of course. Going in another direction here, like, and yeah, each hero, I guess, or each fighter doesn't have too big of a background, so they are free to put them in different scenarios, I guess. But I'm having a hard time picturing, for example, Zangief like this, but that's fine. The other thing, Ryu, from what I've seen there, he's the beard. That's like not something that you see in the game. So maybe for some people I'm nitpicking, but I'm like I have a hard time getting them into something that they're not, basically. So for someone who's maybe not such a huge fan or is not very strict about some things, maybe that's going to be okay. But I'm just not feeling the vibe, especially not from Ryu, from that just a few seconds that we've seen. But I'm hoping he appears more. Let's see.
Even if they're lost.
5 years of my life is still trying to get up that great big yellow hole.
Good to see you, old friend.
Okay. So, okay. If they make it into a comedy totally, like if it's a comedy all the way, I'm okay with that. I'm fine with movie being a comedy, and that's great. If a movie has comedic elements, but is not a comedy totally, like for example, most of Avengers have some comedic elements. They're well placed, and I really enjoy that. And I think superhero movies and movies like this, for example, need that. So comedy has a place there, but it should either be, for at least from my point of view, either a comedy right out the gate, like you're watching a comedy, then that's fine with me. But if it's trying to be serious and have some comedic moments, I don't think this would be the way to go. Also, I'm not liking here what Ryu looks like. So he's more of a, I don't know, Liu Kang or some like, I'm not even sure what, but more of a Mortal Kombat kind of guy there. So he's more modern, long hair, beard, not that buffed either, so skinny guy. They could have gone like one thing, like having just long hair, and that would be fine. But other stuff, it just doesn't show. There's in the animated movie, there's a great way of showing you how, for example, Ken got the band on his head. You should definitely see that scene. But yeah, Ryu, when they were younger, they were trained together, and then he had long hair and all that. Then later on, he just didn't have long hair, like he doesn't have in the game, in the original source material. So I think that would not be something that I would want to see here. But that aside, so okay, long hair, okay, beard, okay, he can shave it, he can cut it, that's something. But him being this skinny guy who's wearing what he is wearing now, modern looking fellow in a modern compared to the game character, not buying that. So for me, this is just a totally different character from the original one.
Still reckless.
I said, hey, what's going on?
Sit down. This tournament is not what it seems. We have to be ready.
Everyone keeps going on about your thighs.
What's going on?
I don't see what the big deal is.
What's going on?
Bitch, please!
Okay. Okay, and Schultz is here as well. Didn't see that coming. The comedian on the right. Yeah. Anyway, so far, quite modern. They're trying to be funny, and they are trying to be like to present those characters. Like, okay, Ken here is wearing what he's supposed to be wearing, I guess, and that's only for fights, I'm guessing. That's fine. And he resembles Ken more or less. Ryu, not that much. In my mind, he should be more like in the anime, like cool, collected. In the movie, in those scenes, he seems like a guy who's just been drinking and um, not being in the picture a lot, which is fine, not being in the spotlight. But other than that, he looks more like a bum, which not something I want to see. So I think that's a missed opportunity there. And yeah, more and more this looks like a Mortal Kombat movie, which is also coming out, which is great. But yeah, I think fans are not going to be so pleased, but other audience might find this movie quite cool, fun to watch, funny, exciting. So yeah, I think it's gonna do well in the first time in theaters and box office. But let's see. Okay. On the road there.
That was some abracadabra shit.
What's going on?
I'm positive that a fireball came out of Ryu.
Do it, Ryu!
Yeah. So this so far, if it's a comedy, like I said, I'm okay. But they seems to me are trying to make it a bit cool as well, and I'm not getting that vibe at all. They have a budget. I mean, a good budget, I'd say. Good, some famous people are there as well. So I think they could have gone a much better way. And if they followed, like I mentioned, the anime more, it could have gone much, much better. And it should have gone that way, I'd say. Not liking what I've seen, but I'll still watch it. From what I've seen, if that's Bison, he just looks like a frail old guy and not giving the unbreakable, all-consuming evil alpha dude. And yeah, that's a thorn in my side as well, I'd say. So all in all, watch the movie and of course give it a go, see what you think of it. I will as well, but I am curious to see if they ever make a real good adaptation, a cool, good one. If this is a comedy, I'll be all like, awesome. I'm on board. But if they don't go comedy all the way, maybe not the best rating that they'll get from me. That's about it for now. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.